Well, folks, both sides, both the federal prosecutors and Donald Trump's legal team, were required to submit their proposed trial dates to Judge Tanya Chuin, who, of course, is overseeing the case of Donald Trump's fraud against the government for his attempts to overturn the 2020 election results. Now, the prosecution wasted no time, right? They had immediately put it in there like, Judge, we want to start January 2nd, 2024. Trump's team dragged their feet a little bit, but they have finally now revealed the date in their court filing that they would like this trial to start. And they're saying, okay, this guy wants it to start January 2nd of next year. We would actually prefer that it start in April of 2026. So we would be in primary season for the 2026 midterms before Donald Trump's trial would begin if his lawyers have their way. If he gets elected in 2024, which I still don't think would happen, he would have already been president for, what would that be, 15 months at that point? And that's when, yeah, let's do the trial then, Judge. Because, as the lawyers claimed in their filing, this is an unprecedented case in American history. The incumbent administration has targeted its primary political opponent and leading candidate in the upcoming presidential election with criminal prosecution. The administration has devoted tens of millions of dollars to this effort, creating a special counsel's office with dozens of employees, many of whom are apparently assigned full-time to this case and this case alone. The government's objective is clear: to deny President Trump and his counsel a fair ability to prepare for trial. The court should deny the government's request. That's not a legal argument. Like, those are political talking points that I'm sure your client is going to use on the campaign trail, but you filed this in court. There is no legal claim to anything you're saying. Like, that is not something that you would have been taught in law school. It's not a question on the bar exam. So I don't know what you think is going to happen, but you're not going to get a trial date of April in the year 2026. But here's why they did that. They know they're not going to get that April 2026 date. But they are hoping that maybe the judge is going to find some middle ground, right? Okay, they want to do it in January 2024. We put April 2026. Meet us halfway. We'll do it at the end of February 2025. That's what they're hoping the judge will do. But the judge already made it clear, if Donald Trump keeps running his friggin' mouth, I'm going to do this trial as quickly as possible, as early as possible. So maybe shut him up. And it's been a week since the judge said that, and guess what hasn't happened? Donald Trump's lawyers have not actually shut him up. Okay, they were successful, I guess, in getting him to cancel his Monday press conference in Georgia, but that's actually with a different case, not the other case. And we do know that one Trump supporter has already been arrested for threatening to murder Judge Tanya Chuin, so I'm sure that's going to weigh heavily on her mind as she considers what trial date to do. Like, should I let Donald Trump get his people riled up for 2.5 more years and I continue to get death threats? Or should we just go ahead and get this done with? And in fact, if Trump were smart, right, if he were innocent, he would want to get this trial over as quickly as possible, right? They should have proposed a trial date of this October. Because if he is innocent and the jury finds him innocent, then this is all done and over with before any of the primary voting starts. That would benefit him. But considering the fact that they want it to happen after the primary voting and after the general election voting, kind of tells us how they feel about their client's guilt or innocence there, doesn't it? Because if they knew they could get away with it, they'd be pushing for a trial date within the next few weeks. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.